interesting thing. They say if they buy these houses, they have to be more price than the prevailing the value of the property. So it's not that if the property's actual value that the market is 100,000, that they will try to bargain and get at 80 or 90. They may go for 100 or 102, as long as it is that or a little higher.
Okay.
So that is a good. That means if this really gets an interest, I mean, as you said, it's something like e-visa, a long-term visa. Every 5 years they can renew, as long as they don't sell that property. That's one of the conditions.
Of course.
And then at least then once they are here, they are living here, children are going to school, college, they are spending money, they are paying taxes.
Right.
And the value of the property is increasing. So it's a win-win-win situation.
That's right. An additional attempt to bolster a weak
why would
economy.
anybody object to that?
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
So it still is an interesting subject, and I think it's time for a short break. Let us take a short break and we will be right back, and we're going to discuss a little bit more about this and explain to you there are some restrictions on this program also. So stay tuned, we will be back. Welcome back. Just before the break, we were talking about a new bill that is introduced in the Senate by Senator Schumer and Senator Mike Lee, in which any person buys a house to live for $250,000 plus another $250,000 as an investment property. They can get a long-term visa to stay in the U.S. and work in the U.S. And as I was saying, there are some restrictions that if you should not sell that property, otherwise you will not be able to renew that visa. Also that these people who have a temporary visa, they can live and work, but they won't be eligible to get any Medicaid, a Medicare, or Social Security benefits. This is like attracting the Republicans or the opponent. Listen, even these people, some people say, oh yeah, they're going to come and stay here, then they go on Medicare.
Take advantage of the benefits.
So rather than asset, they could turn out to be a burden on the economy. Right. And they are making very clear.
Well, that's the restrictionist argument.
We will not let them become burden. Yes, they can stay, they can work, the children go to school, and all their benefits.
And meanwhile, they'll be pumping money into the tax, which helps bolster the economy, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So again, as we said earlier, it is only a pending bill in the Congress, and
but it's interesting, Michael, from the standpoint also that it fits within the overall rubric of what Alex Mayorkas, who is the individual who's in charge of the USCIS, and Janet Napolitano, who's in charge of the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. Right now, what they're doing is they're trying to push through proposals to ease the restrictions on foreign investment in the United States. In fact, there's a proposal that just came out yesterday on the ability to ease the investments through the EB-5 classification.
Category, yeah.
And also, we, in previous programs, have talked about the H-1B, where individuals who are making investments could possibly make investment through their own company.
Jobs, yeah.
And then we also talked about the EB-2 classification and the ability for individuals to possibly get, use that as a backdoor investment. So all of these initiatives, and again, like Michael was saying before, they're not, it's not necessarily that these have taken hold. They're initiatives that we hope will take hold as soon as possible, are all geared toward easing the restrictions on foreign investment in the United States.
See, some of these things need a legislation. Only a Congress has to change the law or make a new law. And there we have sometimes some problems because of the anti-immigrant people criticizing these programs, or some of the conservative Republicans opposing it, even for political reasons. Even sometimes they realize that's not a bad idea, but its election is coming, so they have to take a different stand.
Right.
But some of these things can be accomplished and achieved by administratively, because president cannot make a new law, obviously, but they can make some changes in the regulation, make it easy, the policy, like we have the prosecutorial discretion.
Sure. Yep.
So what you were saying earlier, these little changes they can make via regulations, as long as they are not contrary to the law.
Right, there are internal policy initiatives by the government which hopefully will bring about the types of changes that are oftentimes demanded by a weak economy or demanded by, by certain things that happen in the environment on a regular basis. So, yeah.
So what do you think? What are your thoughts about this may happen?
With regard to foreign investment in the United States, I think not only is it something that will happen, I think it is happening right now. What we're starting to see is we're starting to see some loosening up. We are seeing that the government is reacting in a different manner to cases where arguments are being made as to how foreign investment affects a case. By way of example, I'm not sure if, and I'm certain you actually read the article. There was an individual. I believe that he was Israeli, and what he did was he made an investment in the United States and was developing jobs. Initially, what the government did is denied his case. Then they went back and appealed the case, saying, "Let us explain to you a little more about what exactly is going on here." And this individual had sought seed capital in the United States, brought money to the United States, developed jobs for U.S. workers, and was bolstering the economy. And the government turned around and ended up approving his case.
So very good.
So I think that things like this, we're starting to see loosening up of maybe more rigorous government standards on foreign investment in the United States.
The other thing is like DREAM Act. The Congress has been pending in the Congress, and because of the opposition and all that, they have not been able to pass that. On the other hand, the states have taken their own initiative, like the state of California and some other states that have passed their own version of DREAM Act, which is not as clear and as stronger as the DREAM Act that the Congress is probably going to pass in the future. But give them initial benefits, going to the college, getting scholarships, and some other benefits.
Well, just coming back to investment, for example, Michael, obviously these very rigorous and restrictionist immigration laws, such as the one that was passed recently in Alabama, that's driving foreign nationals out of the state of Alabama. So the way the other states are reacting, and you're absolutely right, is the way the other states are reacting is that they're passing laws to make their states immigrant friendly. And what they're going to do is they're going to attract foreign nationals to those other states, and then that will bolster the tax structures in those states. So what we see is that demographics over time are going to be changing based upon these restrictionist or non-restrictionist regulations.
By the way, the Alabama law, which is very bad, has been challenged in the courts of law, and recently there were court decisions knocked out a lot of those provisions. So a lot of things are going on, administrative kind of relaxations and cases going to the court challenging immigration law and all that. Lot more news is going to be coming, and as they come, we will continue
to bring it to our viewers' attention.
And I think we are running out of time, and we have to thank you very much, David, for being on the program.
Always a pleasure, Michael.
Always there. And all of the viewers, thank you very, very much. Please keep watching TV Asia every Saturday at 1 p.m. Thank you very much.
When writing your questions to us, please let us know the city and state and how you're watching TV Asia. Dish, satellite or cable. If cable, the name of the company and the channel number. Thank you.